witches, it's Caitlin, it's Geeky Witch here. I didn't have school today. I'm going to take my glasses off because the glare is driving me crazy. I didn't have school today, so I decided to do a video for you guys. And it's just going to be a quick little, well, not even really quick, I'm just going to go over 5 books on my shelf that I use a lot in my spiritual practice. But first, I just wanted to let you guys know that, see my hair? I thought you guys would like it. It looks way brighter in person. It's all pink. It's atomic pink, and it's almost like a red pink. It's fuchsia, bright, hot pink, or as my mother said, it is the color of fun. She could not stop staring at it, and my daughter couldn't stop staring at it. So let's get into it. I just went to my bookshelf and just picked out 5 books that, as a goddess-centric woman and a witch, and as a witch, these books really help me. And a couple of them are books that I use as a parent, who is also I'm a pagan parent, and I try to teach my daughter and my stepdaughter what anthropologists and people would call a deep ecological mindset, which is where everything is interconnected, and we need to protect the earth because it is a central part of ourselves. So with that, the first book is a book that I bought for them, and I love it. They haven't had a chance to really get into it. It doesn't have princesses or anything in it, so they're not too cool about it yet, but I really love it, and it's called The Tree of the Ancient Forest, and it's by Carol Reed Jones, and it's illustrated by Christopher Canyon. And this book is very much like the house that Jack built, kind of style, but it goes into, this is the tree of the ancient forest. This is the roots that grow from the tree of the ancient forest, and it has, let me take a picture from it. Yeah, like this is the second page, and I'm sorry, I'm still getting used to this camera and how it centers. And those are the roots, and it says, these are the roots that draw food from the soil to nourish the 300-year-old tree that grows in the ancient forest. And again, it's just really gorgeous artwork. And then it goes into the tiny underground truffles, that grow from the roots. And I really just love this for the kids. When they get a little bit older, I think they'll like it, but right now they're just like, trees and stuff, and where's the princess? The next book was kind of my big purchase at one point. It was I'm very much into I'm a Celtic witch. I follow the Morrigan, and I come from Celtic heritage, and so to me, I just connect more with the Celtic Fae, and I connect on I live on a pond. I have a pond right outside my door, and I believe that it has a lot of Fae activity, and so I bought this book a long time ago, Fairycraft by Emily Carding. This book is really good if you really want to dig deep on how to honor the Fae, and it is a very thick book. I like it because it has a lot of artwork in it from different pagan artists. I know Laura Dallaghan, who is one of my favorite YouTubers, a friend of mine on Facebook. She has artwork in here. A couple of other artists have work in here as well. And the thing I like about this book is that it has different ways to connect with the elements, different exercises you can do to connect with the different elements. And it's really cool because it has so much information in it, and then near the back of it, it actually has information about the Fae community, like different Fae festivals and interviews with different individuals. It has really awesome pictures and things like that, and I recommend to anybody who wants to connect with the Fae to pick this book up if you can, because it's really well researched and really informative. It was one of the few Fae books that I actually really got into and really took it as a very much intense research book. A lot of the other ones I haven't been really intense with, except for one more that I'm going to bring up. This one I consult on a regular basis, and Emily Carding really did her research on this book. The next book is another Fae book, and this one is one that I consult on a regular basis because it has to do with the Fae and herbs. When I picked it up because of the artwork, and it had a lot of information, but I didn't start to love it until I started working on my herbal practice, and now it's actually, and it looks, and it's the Fairy's Guide to Green Magic from the Garden, and the book itself used to be all this green, but it lived in my car for so long that the sun, there was something sitting on this part of it, and it kept the green. The rest of it is all kind of sunned out, so the cover does not look like this normally, it's just all green. But Green Magic from the Garden, and this one is by Jaime Wood and Lisa Steinke, and the illustrations are by Lisa Steinke as well. And these are really good because it takes a lot of the different, let's see here, it takes a lot of the different herbs and puts a fairy with it. Like this is basil, and Lisa Steinke's artwork is just gorgeous because it has basil around it, and it has the basil fairy with kind of the basil energy with it, and then it has the different names for the herb, has its scientific name, and the parts that you use. Like for basil, you would use the leaves and the flowers, and then it has about a 2-page information, two and a half page information about the herb and its influence with the Fae influence, and a recipe of a food dish, or some of them you can do a bath with it or make teas. There's the bay laurel, and let me find one that's a really good picture that I particularly love here. All of the pictures are gorgeous, and all the information is just, oh, here's the one for cinnamon, and it's very fiery, and then like with the cinnamon, it gives you a recipe for, it's called a protection splash, and it deals, it's kind of a, oops, I'm so sorry, I'm still trying to get used to this camera. They have a bunch of different recipes in here for different things, for working with these a little bit more. Oh, and this is another one of my favorites, Damiana. It's just really, this is a really gorgeous book, and it's not that thick, but it packs a lot of information into a little thing. And I like I said, I consult this one a lot when I buy new herbs to see if it's in the book. If it's not, then I go online and look for other stuff, but they cover a lot of herbs in here. The fourth book, because I picked up 5, the fourth book is the Family Wicca book, and this is done by, it's The Craft for Parents and Children by Ashleen Ogaya, and I like this book because it is kind of, and yes, it has Wicca in the name, and I'm not a Wiccan, but I am a pagan, and I'm a witch, and I ate this book up, and I agree with pretty much everything she says in here, and it's basically how to handle parenting from a pagan perspective, or from a Wiccan perspective. It goes into answering your children's questions about death. It answers questions about how to handle ritual, how they can grasp the god and the goddess at a very early age, ways to basically mentor your child in the ways of the craft. And my daughter, I'm a witch, and her dad is a Christian, and he is not. I've tried giving him this book to kind of understand, but he won't take it. But he is very wary of me teaching our daughter, pagan ways. So I kind of try to do it in a more subtle approach, but I do take this book to heart. When my daughter is a little bit older and starts asking life's tough questions, I will have answers. I know how to answer them. And so this is a really good book for parents of children who want to raise their children in the craft, and I consult this one on a regular basis as well. It's really good. I actually bought it from a friend, and it's cool because I love buying used books that have highlights and notes in them. That always makes me really happy. I'm a student at heart, and so finding books that have notes and highlighting in it makes me really giddy. I'm one of those people. And then the last book is not really a pagan-centric book, but it is a book that I definitely think that everyone should have because it's fun. It's a very fun book, but it also, I think just any spiritual, non-spiritual soul, person with a soul should get this book. And it's called SoulPancake. Chew on life's big questions. This book, it says, speak your mind, unload your questions, figure out what it means to be human. And it's by Rainn, and a lot of people know him from The Office. He is a practitioner of the Baha'i faith. He and his partner, his wife, are Baha'i, and they made a website and a book called SoulPancake, and it talks about all sorts of stuff, what moves your soul, basically. And it's also done by Devin Gundry, Gloriz Lucina, and Shabnam Moharabi. I feel bad that I can't pronounce these names sometimes. But it's really cool because it has a bunch of questions, it has challenges. Like my favorite is the reverse pickpocket, where you basically take a bill out of your wallet and slip it gently into someone else's pocket with a note saying you've just been reverse pickpocketed. So you're basically giving money to people. It has tough questions in here that, and it basically forces you to kind of consult. I'm trying to find one that really. Oh, there's one. This is and I love how the pages are set up. They're all different, and they all have different artists. This one is where's the line between inspiration and imitation? Why are we so obsessed with talking about other people? And on a happier note, what to do to find calm in a chaotic world. It covers questions on so many different things, and you can take this book to parties. You can take this. I've been using it as kind of, I do a question a day, or at least I try to. Some of these questions are really big questions that I have to take a while to think about. Sometimes I've spent a week thinking about a particular question, but I really recommend this to anybody. It's SoulPancake, and it's like you can't miss the book. You just can't. It's really good, and it's really beat up because I've been using it so much. This one makes me laugh. It's why is talking about God so awkward? And the picture, and it has other little things along it. You can't. It's a mind. It totally broadens your mind. So those are the 5 books that I use a lot in my spiritual practice. I have so many others that I use, but those I wanted to kind of nail it down to the 5. Like if I had to pack up and go, those would be probably the books that I would take. There's a couple of others that I would, but I think I've shown those before, and I didn't want to do that. So I hope that was enlightening, and I'm planning on getting more. The more books that I get, I'll probably be sharing with you because I'm a book fiend. I'm a Virgo, so for me I'm very much a earth-centered study witch. I love reading books, and I love experiencing things as well, but for me reading books is how I get into it first. So that's just who I am, and I hope I'll probably be making another video tomorrow, but if I don't, have a great weekend, and I will see you guys later. Have a good day. Bye.